Peef is pumped. Brian, are you excited?
Very much so.
We're going to go see
Detective
Pikachu. It's been out for a while, and we just now are making it to the theater to see it, but we're pretty pumped. Let's go check it out.
Let's hit it. So Jessica,
Yeah?
what do you think of the movie?
It was a really good movie. I wasn't expecting it to go in the direction that it went, but you can't really go wrong with Pikachu.
No, it was definitely a fun adventure to watch. Unfortunately, it also made me really want popcorn because popcorn always smells so good. Unfortunately, it's also covered in a massive amount of oil and butter type stuff, so I can't have that popcorn. But I figured we could maybe go back to the kitchen and make our own.
Let's go.
Today we will be making our chili cheese popcorn seasoning. So starting out with your spice grinder, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a half teaspoon of chili powder, also a half teaspoon of smoked paprika, a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, a quarter teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin. Salt is optional, but if you're going to add it at this time with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, put the top on your spice grinder and grind it to a fine powder. Please note this will make more than 1 serving of chili cheese mix, so we like to store it in a nice glass container with a lid. Next, for the air popper, we have an Orville Redenbacher air popper. This is great for making oil-free popcorn. It is super simple. I am just measuring out a 1/4 cup of kernels, which is basically like 1 serving for me. The max capacity for this is 1/2 cup, but you just pour it directly in, turn it on, and it'll start heating up and popping your popcorn. Alright, from there we need to get our chili cheese mix onto the popcorn, but it will not stick unless there is something added to it. Fortunately, I use this. Bragg's liquid aminos in a nice spray bottle. It's very simple to use. Just spray it evenly over your popcorn, toss, spray again, and just do this until you feel it's got enough coverage. Don't use too much though, it will make your popcorn soggy and nobody wants that. So just a few sprays and toss, a few sprays, toss, and then you are ready to add on your seasoning. Be very liberal with this. You want this to really coat and be stuck to it. But don't go too crazy, you'll just waste it. We popped this into a bowl that has a lid so you can shake it and get all of that seasoning all around the popcorn and just make it generally much nicer. Just look at that. All the kernels are coated and looking super tasty. Now we'll just transfer this to a prettier bowl and go to the tasting. So as you can see, that was pretty easy to put together, just a few short minutes to make some popcorn and make it delicious. But I'm gonna need some help eating this and somebody to tell me if I got my flavors right. So, Jessica, popcorn's ready.
Ooh, it looks so fancy.
Did you change something?
Yeah, well, whatever. So, Jessica, I have made you some chili cheese popcorn.
Ooh.
Of course, it is coated in the Bragg's liquid amino spray, which is a fantastic thing to do. You spray it all over, it sticks, perfect, you already saw that. And we have got our chili cheese mix. I hope that you will like this quite a bit.
Let's taste it.
Go for it. See, I quite like this mix. Got a tiny bit of heat there. The garlic comes through underneath. It's got that cheesy flavor from the nutritional yeast. All in all, I think this mix works extremely well. Yes, it is not like the traditional movie theater butter popcorn and stuff like that, but I think this is a fantastic substitute.
I actually like it better. I don't actually like movie theater popcorn. I never really have. I don't like the smell of it, which I know is like, sounds really weird.
That's crazy talk
but
right there.
I don't actually like it, and so this I like better. This does have a very cheesy flavor to it. I love the chili. The chili is a really good. I love anything that's chili cheese. So this I think is the star for me because I don't like things that are super salty anyway, and so this obviously has some sodium in it. It's basically like soy sauce.
Yes.
But it doesn't add too much since you're just spraying it on there, and it does not come across as overwhelmingly salty at all.
Also, if you save these bottles, because you can just keep buying another one, you can then start to experiment with adding things to the liquid aminos. So you can turn this into a bit with a little bit of liquid smoke or something, and make it a smoky kind of spray if you don't want to use smoked paprika. Like, it opens up a whole other slew of options that you can do just by keeping this nice little spray bottle on hand.
I wonder if you could spray like balsamic vinegar or
Funny you should say that. I actually do that with one of our other bottles where I spray some balsamic vinegar, put some Italian seasoning on there, and it is just superb. I have done that one numerous times.
He's definitely the popcorn eater.
Another thing that people I know have done is that they will use pickle juice. They'll pour pickle juice into a spray bottle like this and then just spray that all over. I have not tried pickle juice because we never have pickles on hand, but it would be something interesting to try. The other thing too is that if you cannot be bothered to make your own types of seasonings like these, I do occasionally use another product called Pop Zest. Pop Zest is made from nutritional yeast. They have 3 different flavors. This one is the artisan cheese, the classic butter, and the olive oil and herb, which is funny because the olive oil and herb does not actually contain olive oil. Just contains dried olives, and that one's actually my favorite. It's got a real good kick of flavor. The cheese is just good and cheesy, and the butter, I mean, it tastes like butter. It's kind of trippy whenever you put it on top of something.
They do have nuts in them, so if you have any allergies, be sure to check that out. Like this one I think has macadamia and cashew. They're all a little bit different, but there is some salt in these, so I think each of them has about 45 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon,
which isn't bad,
but we use it so sparingly that we don't really, it's not something that we're just coating everything we eat in it. But to have a nice little bowl of popcorn, it's a nice little easy way to
so I'll spray the popcorn with this and then put some of that on, and it sticks, works wonders. But I really like this chili cheese
that
mix.
one is really good.
And so as you can see, we've got it in our little container, and this will last us a few more times of making popcorn.
Brian wanted to record the video and just use his Pop Zest because he's become so reliant on it. But I said, you need to give the people a Brian Kroc spice mix creation. And he worked hard on this.
It took me like a week or so.
It's been a few weeks that he's been trying to work on this and come up with a better, like a good mix that he liked. So I'm actually really impressed. And
this isn't even like this is like the second or third iteration of something that I actually created, and it's like the second or third version of the chili cheese mix too. So I have other failed experiments that I'll come back around to, but this one is my top dog right now.
I think it turned out really good.
I think it's great.
Good job. High five.
All right, folks, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, and give us a like, give us a comment down below, and just interact with us. We always enjoy that kind of stuff. Also, please find us on social media, especially the Instagram. Jessica loves updating that and giving lots of good information and just updates on our lives going on there. And of course, check out the blog post on the website, crocsinthekitchen.com.
So I would like to know if you could comment below, what kind of spice mixes do you guys use on your popcorn? Because I'm sure there's other ones that we're not thinking of that we haven't even, tapped into. So let us know what you've tried out and what you love, because we always love trying out your suggestions.
Yep. But I think that's all I got. I think that's all she's got. We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen.
Popcorn. Gotta catch 'em all. PT Mom.